Well, how I got involved in it, Mitchell, was, I had been very concerned in multiple visits to sub-Saharan Africa that my African physician and healthcare provider colleagues in 2000, 2001, and 2002, almost 6 or so years after the 1996 transforming year of triple combinations led by the protease inhibitors that completely transformed the lives of persons with HIV. I was very struck and pained by the fact that our colleagues in Africa were somewhat in the similar situation that I was in, taking care of patients in 1981, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we didn't have any drugs. It was very frustrating and painful. And now I'm in Africa in 2001, 2, 1999, and they're in the same situation I was in, not because there are no drugs, but because they didn't have access to drugs. Fortunately, I found a empathetic partner and soulmate in President George W. Bush, who felt exactly the way I and others felt about needing to do something. And, as you alluded to, it was the great privilege and honor of my career that he gave me the privilege and the honor to be one of the architects of the PEPFAR program. And that's what we did. We worked for months and months and months on putting it together, and it turned out to be what it is now, a program that has already saved up to 20 million lives. There's a couple of comments about that I think are important. One is that it's a great example of what can be done when you have leadership and commitment from the highest levels of the country. I put together, the architect of it, but it would not have happened had it not been for President Bush. We worked on it, Mark Donald and I, for months, and the president made the decision. So when we think about goals and aspirations that we have in the future, we want to make sure that we always engage at the highest level of government for commitment, because that's when things really happen. I think the future of PEPFAR needs to have absolutely undying support from everyone, that we don't say it's a successful program, now we're done with it. It's a successful program, but we are far from done with it. There is so much more that needs to be done, and so much more support that needs to come about. And we've got to be very supportive of that program, without a doubt.